try this again. Take two. There we go. I think we got it.
Hello, my darling.
Hi.
Hello, my love.
How are you, my darling?
I am good. Technology, Lena, guys. It's
Finally, though. Finally,
yes.
we've connected.
Yes.
Are you well?
I'm good. I cannot complain. How are you?
I'm super awesome. How's lockdown treating you?
Surviving. I am surviving.
Wow. That's good. A lot of people didn't survive, so surviving is good.
Surviving
There's
is
an
good.
echo.
Hmm?
There's
Is
an
there an
echo.
echo?
I'm echoing back to myself
Really?
from your side.
Hey, man. Problem. Seriously, is an echo? Should I get my earphones?
I think so. Because when I talk,
2 seconds.
yeah. Okay. Okay. So while she's getting her headphones, actually, no, let me not introduce her with the headphones. Need silence. Hi, Michael.
Are you greeting people? You must greet people.
Yeah, but I decided that I should not introduce you with an echo. We need silence.
Okay, how's that? You
Let
okay?
me see. Much better. Yay!
Yay.
Okay, now we can officially start. We are so sorry for being late, guys. Not only is she drop dead gorgeous, ne? But she's also an MC, she's an inspirational speaker and a lecturer. She's the founder of an NPO that I had the honor of attending one of their events, their annual event last year, named The Whole Woman. She goes by the name of none other than Ayanda Hlubi. Welcome, 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 welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the invitation. Thank you for inviting me through.
I'm just going to need you to speak a little bit louder. Just a little bit.
Hey, Mantsha, you know what? You, I have reasons why I absolutely do not like Facebook. And one of the reasons is this, because the live always just offers, it just goes somewhere else. And I tried to do this, that a live on the church Facebook page. And I'm supposed to bring a guest in, and it was a Bible study. John, I was so frustrated. I was like, let's just move it to Instagram. Let's just do that. So yeah, can you hear me? Am I okay?
You're a little bit okay, but thank you so much for just lowering your standards a little bit, joining us here on the streets of Facebook and leaving the streets of Instagram. And we don't take it lightly.
Oh, the
But we
drama.
can hear
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no. Get technology, but finally you are here. You are here. And before we get started, ne, I just need to get one thing out of the way. My darling,
Eh.
I need to know.
Ah.
I need to know
Yes.
that every season around the clock summer body, ne? Is it Herbalife? Did you get it from your mama? Is it healthy
Oh,
eating?
darling.
Is it gym? Please, we need the secret. Assembly talk.
I feel like I'm doing an Instagram challenge right now so that I can say I drink water with cucumber and oh my goodness. The truth is, on a serious note, the truth is I work out. I really do. I try to eat well. I don't always get it right, but I work out. That's my secret. I drink a lot of water, but I work out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. The secret is out, guys, because I know when I first saw you last year, right? Hey, on that
Hey,
stage
that dress.
at the Whole Woman, in that silver bling bling number, I'm like, my word, dear God. Oh, wow. No, but
Hey,
now we
Janga,
know.
get a chance. Yeah.
Nothing comes easy, eh? Hard work definitely pays
No.
off. Well done. You are looking absolutely, absolutely stunning.
Thank you, my darling.
So on your profile, you mentioned that you're a lecturer. What do you
Yes.
lecture? Where do you lecture?
I know, and I get this a lot because I don't look like a lecturer. I don't know. I don't know what a lecturer is supposed to look like. But yeah, I teach business studies at Springs at Ekurhuleni East College. I've been teaching for the past 6 years. 6 years. Oh my God. Six. Yeah.
Wow. So there are people who call you ma'am. Ma'am.
There are people who call me very respectfully
Sorry.
Are
I
you
was
still
getting
there?
a call. My goodness.
Uyajola ngesikhathi sami, babes. Isibindi.
Ngishatile wemfazi.
Yes, but angisho ukujola, guys. Angipheli ngisajola. You know, occasionally, baby. You look so good today. Baby. But I'm in the same house. Yeah, bengifuna ukukufonela.
Yeah, umjolo inside the wedding and the marriage.
Yebo
I
phela.
like that
Yebo
one.
phela. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I
Sorry, you
think
were
that's how
saying.
it's supposed to be. Yes, I've been saying, I've been teaching for 6 years now. Business studies in Springs, Ekurhuleni East College. Why are you zoomed
Wow.
out now? Like are you still okay? Or is it me?
I think I think the network is just coming and going. We're still aligning and
Okay.
realigning after this load shedding. So
Okay.
I want to know, you are so passionate about women. What do you love about being a woman?
Sure, girl. Everything. I feel like, you know, when God created us, man, no wonder he did it like last, because he was like, man, are you still there?
I'm here. I'm wondering, something has
Hey.
gone wrong now.
Hey, father. But yeah, I love being a woman. I love everything about it. I have my days where I'm just like, I want a duke. I just want to put on a duke because, hey, man, sibahle. Damn it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
I
So,
need to sort this out, madam.
hey, okay.
Something has gone wrong on our live video. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, Facebook, babe.
Oh,
I
apparently
told
we
you.
were zoomed out, but we are fine now.
Okay.
Ish, we are still learning about this Facebook video thing, huh?
But we're
Okay.
grateful. We're grateful for even though like Facebook and the uh,
Absolutely.
YouTube live. Like we are grateful. We are getting so much content, so much inspiration, so much word. It's been
Absolutely.
really great. Yeah.
Absolutely. Guys, those who are watching, please let us know if we are fine now, if we're good to go. Okay. Looks like we are fine, my darling. Sorry, you were telling me
Okay.
about being a woman, the dukes and everything that you love.
Everything. I love everything. I like our bodies. I like our passion, our resilience, like everything. I think we are just amazing. I know someone who recently had a baby, and they were just telling me about the experience, and I'm like, yay, mera. I get kofana nuts money. It's like, whoo. Ah no, you can
Absolutely.
search all over. Hey, you can look high and low. Women are amazing. Women are absolutely
Absolutely.
amazing. Yeah.
Absolutely. And what is it about being a woman, man, that just pushed you and inspired you to start the whole woman?
Um, I think first of all, ne, being whole means different things to different people. Right. So for me, wholeness is if I can get my career together and I can have enough money to donate to orphanages and help other people. For me, that would be wholeness. But to someone goes, I want the family, I want to have children, I want to run a business. You know, it means different things to different people. But at the end of the day, we all want to get that push, you know, like something that's just going to kick you to purpose. And I think for me, that's what the whole woman is about. You want to be surrounded by other women and connect so that you can be kicked to your purpose, whatever it is. And it's not really about comparing yourself with what other people are doing, because wholeness means different things to different people. So for me, the whole woman is really about that. It's about being pushed to purpose, whatever God has laid in your heart to do, so that you do it with all your might. Do not rob us of your gift of what you've got. God has actually put in your heart to do for this time, for this generation. And also because I grew up in church, and in church we are not really taught about this is how you should handle your finances. The only time we're taught about money is for tithing or building a fund or what or cake sales or car wash sales. Hey guys, hey. But right, we want to know, how can we save money? How can we actually invest our money so that it works for us? How do we have a good relationship with our finances? So at the Whole Woman, we talk about all of that. All of that. Leadership, we talk relationships, like it's just a good space so that you as a woman are kicked to your purpose. Are you still there? Hello? Babe.
Hello. Tonight, what is going on tonight? We keep losing each other. Can you see me, madam?
I can see you. I can hear you now, but I lost you for a little bit.
Okay, so speaking about using your gifts and your purpose, at this year's event, wow, you've got an amazing lineup. You've got one of my favorite women. Her name is Carol Bauer. Wow, congratulations on that one. And
Thank
speaking of
you.
amazing inspirational women, tell me about some of the women who have played a role in your journey into becoming the woman that you are, the woman who've inspired you, the woman who've given you strength, who've motivated you, who've encouraged you, who've just played an important role and who've contributed to the woman that you are today.
I believe that I take lessons everywhere I go. So it can be something that Oprah writes, whether it's a quote or something, and I go, hey, I didn't think of it like that. And it could be my mom. My mom is my role model, guys. She's the ultimate rock star. Ultimate rock star. So it would be my mom. My mom is strong. My mom is driven. My mom, you know, you know, and I love that resilience. But I love Oprah. I like Viola Davis. I am obsessed with Viola Davis. I love her. Oh my gosh, she is for me the personification of black girl magic. Where at her age she is the face, honey, of L'Oreal Paris. So it's just, you know, like things like that for me are like, we have to break boundaries. We need to think outside the box. We need to stop limiting ourselves into where we can get. And I love Connie Ferguson. I think that's an open secret. I love Connie Ferguson. I feel like she changed the narrative of what a woman can be in a soap opera or telenovela. So I feel like for me, that's important, that you need to be able to say, I did something different for women, and that's what it is. And for me, she has done that. And I love Michelle Obama, of course, obvious. Yeah, I love a whole lot of women. I think they are just absolutely inspirational. I love Carol Bauer because, oh, she's so graceful. That one, graceful man. You know, akanalento lena eyami, because sometimes I'm being at but you know, Carol Bauer is that lady or the team. Yes, I hear you. You know, such a lady, so graceful. I love that. And oh, Mantsha, she's a beast. Oh, incredible. She's smart. She's beautiful. She loves people. And for me, I think as I get older, I am learning one thing, and this is something that drives me absolutely crazy. I am drawn to women who love people genuinely. You know, like people who are not putting on a front, therefore I have to love people. No, people who go, it is the word, and I love people. So I think that should give you an idea of who the keynote speaker is. because she's radical. She loves people, loves people. I spoke to her, the keynote speaker at this year's conference, and she's in the States. I call her, and she spoke to me like we've known each other for years. She's like, "Hello, gorgeous, how you doing? I love you." I'm like, all the way South Africa. I felt the love, like. So for me, that's important. That's important. Yeah, just putting it out there. I love women who love people. Love people. I love that because I feel like that's just us doing the word, but it's also how people will know Christ because Tina sithanda abantu, man. It should be something that comes easy for us. So I think it's age as well. Yabo. Ingenza ukuthi ngibone lezi zinto ezi-important.
I don't even think it has anything to do with age because you're raising such an important point, and the greatest of these is love. I think we go our whole lives looking for love, looking for genuine people. And it's very rare to find people who are authentic, who are genuine, and who truly love like Christ. That sacrificial agape love that is just constant. I think the love that we give to each other right now is just so conditional. It's like, okay, if Ayanda was to do this, then absolutely my love for her is gonna stop. Like, I'm not gonna love her after she does that, So absolutely, I think it has nothing to do with age. I think in each and every one of us, there's that yearning, man, to find love, to find genuine people, to find that amazing connection. And that's one of the things that I love about the whole woman, because it creates a platform for women to connect, for women to share, their journeys, their stories, their challenges, to inspire each other and encourage each other. And speaking of inspiring each other and sharing our challenges, what do you think is the greatest challenge that women face today?
I feel like it's an easy answer, but it could take us the whole day to just discuss it. I feel like the problem that most of us have is we seek so much to be relevant that we don't want to be ourselves. I think we are lacking that as women. Identity. I think that's what it is. It's just knowing who you are and knowing what you can offer the world and running with that. I feel like if we understood that, good team, what I can do, you, Melo, cannot do. Like, Janga, me, I can speak, I can MC, but when you sing, baby girl, because the girl can't sing, I get it, me, I can't. But when you come in, when you come in and sing, that's you. That's what you do. That's what you bring to the table. If we could learn, I said this during my conversations one Wednesday that, the first thing that God did for Adam, he took him to a garden, to toil in a garden. If we can just pray to God, Lord, where is my garden? What am I meant to do? I feel like so much could be better, so much could improve, because we would all be satisfied with, I'm in my garden and therefore I'm living my purpose and therefore that's what I'm meant to do. So if you know who you are, you're able to find your garden, and in your garden you will flourish because that's where you're supposed to be. But so many of us women, we are like, no, I want another whole woman point two because Ayanda is doing the whole woman. Hey, it doesn't work like that. I'm in my garden, honey. Like, you can wake me up at 5 in the morning and I would know, Uguti, speakers 2022, this is who's coming. Because I feel that's what God has laid in my heart. I already have a vision for where this thing is going. I'm in my garden and I have favor with the people I need to have favor with because I'm in my garden. I know who I am.
Absolutely. And that is so powerful and so amazing, because that's one of the main aims of these conversations and this show Be Great, because we identify people who are living in their purpose and who, as you have spoken, have found their garden. Because I love this story about putting a fish on dry land. That fish is not going to be able to do anything. Putting a fish in a tree, that fish is not going to be able to do anything. But if you put it in water, that's where it will flourish. And it's so amazing that you say we need to find our gardens. I think that's the greatest problem. But where do we start? Where does one start? In finding their garden, in finding what their purpose is, what they're supposed to be doing. Where do we start?
You start by having a good relationship with yourself. Get to know who you are. Not what other people are saying about you, but who are you? Who are you when no one else is around? Who are you? And do you like the person that you are? Because so many times we don't like the person we are, and so you're like, I can be bonang, okay, because you don't know who you are. Hey, that's the problem. I think we don't have a good relationship with ourselves. We are those people abati, angithandi ukuba yiwani, angithandi, hey, be by yourself. Listen to what you are thinking about, and that will tell you so much about yourself, because Joyce Meyer says the battlefield is in the mind. So if you jinx yourself about izinto that you want to become, you're not going to get those things. Why? Because your thoughts are not right. So have a good relationship with yourself. Ask yourself, who am I? What do I like? What do I like to eat? Simple things. Like people just go, I like pizza because at home we eat pizza. Hey, what do you like? I think you need to just spend time with yourself.
And speaking of knowing yourself, earlier on you were speaking about being whole. What is the importance of us as women being whole? Because I think, hey man, they're always saying, "I rabegezela." Hey, what tintumfazi? What? Now always say me, I'm not strong. Like, don't categorize me in that group of strong women. I must, hey, go through this and that before I can be happy. No, me, I'm soft. I'm soft. I'm not an imbokoto at all. But I feel like we've been through so much as women, and we continue to be labeled as fragile enough to be beaten by a man, but strong enough to be able to withstand everything that we are put through, to carry the family, to carry the nation. So we are fragile when they need us to be, but strong when they need us to be.
When it's convenient.
And I think it starts with wholeness, man. But from your point of view, what is the importance of being whole?
It's very important. But I also think, Oguti, for a lot of us, being whole is a journey. You don't just wake up and say, okay, say good right. Because there's things that we have to learn and unlearn. I'm going to tell you a story that I shared a couple of weeks ago, that I'm with my family. They're here at my place. And we are talking about a situation that involves a certain cousin of ours who is a male. And they're all going on about, hey, the girlfriend, woo, hey, girlfriend. I'm like, okay. But niyazibona ukuthi this is just patriarchy. Like, that's all it is. Because if I did the same thing, you guys were not going to allow it. You would have dealt with me, not with my partner. The truth is, it would have been, hey, Ayanda, but when a guy does it, hey, it's acceptable. Yeah. So even us who are Christians, we still have those things that are just word for it, but I'm not going to use it on your. I respect you. So there are things that we need to just unlearn, and that there are things that we absolutely have to unlearn. So for us, women, being whole is important. But also, I don't want to say that if you're still working out your identity, then there's something wrong with you. No, work it out. Find your garden and, toil in your garden. Because if you are doing that, kuzolunga, you will get to where you want to be. But wholeness is important because for me, it allowed me to set standards for myself. Because I know who I am. So I set standards and how I want to be treated. Like there are certain things that you must know that's not going to happen. I will not take it. I will not be treated a certain way. One of my students did something and I was like, hey, recognize who you're talking to now. This is not the space. It's not the time. It's not the space, because I know who I am. And the challenge again with work, might have a number like, but I'm actually quite older, but but also they cannot take that as we need to take advantage. They know. And again, I'm just in that space. I know who I am. I don't just take anything.
Wow. What drives you?
Ooh, potential drives me. Potential, Jay. Tomorrow I can do better. And when I published the poster yesterday that Kel Bawa is coming, people are like, you just keep setting the bar higher. I'm like, that's me. I don't like to be stagnant. I don't like being stationary. I always want to outdo myself. So that nami iti, ngiphilile. I did the things that I wanted to do and I grew. I don't want to get to a point where I'm like, I got this. No, I want to be better. And I think that drives me, that I can be a better lecturer. I can be a better friend. I can be a better sister. I can be a better person. For me, that drives me.
Apostle Cools Mtetwa says shalom.
Shalom, mommy. I love her. Absolutely love her.
Absolutely. I love her too. She's our guest next week, Thursday. So we look forward to that. And
you're gonna have fun.
Are you content?
That's a very vague question.
In this moment, right now, on the 3rd of September 2020, this Thursday, is Ayanda Hlubi content?
No, I'm not. I'm really not. Not like really meaning too much, but I do feel like certain things could have been better today. I'm not content. I'm not happy about some things. But I think as a person, I am content with the woman I'm becoming. I love it. She excites me.
Are you happy?
I am.
Okay.
I am happy.
And for those wondering.
Hey, yes, good here, play. Yes. Yeah.
For those wondering, is it Mrs., soon to be Mrs., not interested, Ayanda Hlubi?
Let me think about that. I don't want to say not interested, ne? I don't. I really don't, because I do desire marriage and I want to have kids and all of that, but I also acknowledge that it's very difficult to date. For me, I don't know for other people, but for me, I feel like it's a bit challenging to date because you don't really know people's intentions. You're giving me that face and I get it because you're like, hey, it's not that easy because the people who approach me, majority of the people who approach me are people who are in ministry, right? They are pastors, apostles and whatnot. And I know, I'm very confident in that it's not really about do they want to get to know Ayanda the person, or do they want to get to know Ayanda the whole woman, because she will do wonderful things for my ministry. She will do wonderful things with the women in my ministry. So I feel like they don't have good intentions. Bang, my Kalin,
No. I get you. I get you. Because I think, you know, the higher you go and the more God uses you, it becomes more difficult. And I suppose for men and women to find somebody who has the right intentions for you. I can only imagine how difficult it gets. But do you see yourself as a mamfundisi? Because you mentioned
No,
pastors there.
no, definitely not. Definitely not. Yeah,
And
no.
why is that?
I don't feel like the church is ready for a mamfundisi like me.
Wow. Come on now. Come on.
Yeah, I feel like I unless it's a white church, come on, unless it's a white church. But I do feel like people are still very conservative. People are still very in their corners and they don't want to talk about certain things. I'm gonna be that person who wants to discuss things in Konzweni, and people will be like, ha, mamfundisi wethu, manele simthandazele. No, I want to be in a good space, number one. But I want to be able to be myself. And I feel like a lot of churches may not be ready for that.
So do you think that Black churches are very restrictive of allowing you to be you? You know, I mean, I'm just thinking, just top of the head, like you'll find that in a white church, the pastor's got like he's wearing shorts, got the tattoo there on his ankle, he's got a t-shirt. Whereas
Yes.
in the Black church, we don't do such. Firstly, no pants for the woman.
Cabanga nje,
Secondly,
cabanga.
no magetla, cover, mama, cover. Some churches even no hair. Some churches no matriki, no earrings. You know, so do you think it restricts us, or it's more about trying to bring dignity and honor to the house of God?
I feel like a lot of our churches are very conservative. They are still very ezinye izinto azikhulunywa, and it's not just, not wearing pants. It's about how are we serving this generation? Like there's certain things that I feel like the church does not talk about. It's still very taboo. Churches don't want to talk about sex, even though 50% of the young people are having sex. Churches don't want to talk about blended families and stepmothers, stepfathers are having a nightmare of a time at home, but the church is not talking about that. Churches are not talking about homosexuality, and we work with homosexuals. Like, I feel like, hey guys, we need to talk about these things at church. So I feel like I'm gonna be that girl who says, let's discuss phela bazalwane. And then they might just say, ukhethile ke la. Sihamba sijola mfundisi, yini manje le? So I feel like there's just certain things that the church is not talking about, and the world is talking about it. So I feel like that's just, we are not serving this generation. We're not.
That's a tough one. Relebogile B. Tlaletsi says, is it about churches or what the Bible says concerning that in the Old Testament?
Okay. I don't think that I'm saying that we should take things out of the Bible, okay? But I'm saying we don't discuss them, period. We pretend they're not there. We will say it in passing, Uguti, Niyaz bazalwane, marriage is between Adam and Eve. And we do it in passing, but we don't talk about it. And there are families who their children are coming out and saying, I'm gay, but the church is not discussing it. And now the mother thinks I've done something wrong. Woo! Kusho ukuthi ngiyavuna, khona into engayenzanga kahle. Guys, we need to be open. Maybe that's the word. We need to be open and transparent and talk about these things. We like to just throw things under the carpet. We are very good at that. But we're not talking about it. If you go, babes, marriage counseling, couples retreats, you guys don't sit and say, hey, nginenkinga, my stepson did 1, 2, 3. You know, because you don't want to make the husband feel like, hey, we don't talk about these things. And people are frustrated, emakhaya. People are getting divorced. Why? Because we are not empowered and we are not talking about these things. And at the end of the day, we don't live in church. Let's be honest. We don't do the church.
Do you think church is judgmental?
Definitely. Yo, manga preka. Churches are judgmental, babes. And y'all can kill me if you want to, but churches are judgmental. People in church are very judgmental. I said to my mother the other day, you know, I feel like I'm in it's cards where I want to have a baby, but now Mr. Right is not coming. So there are options, you know, there's a surrogate, there's adoption, there's what. My mom didn't say, okay, Mtanami, let's discuss your options. Yeah, my mom was like, yo, abantu bazothini. Hey! I'm like, are you serious? Why? Because we are not talking about these things at church. Aguti, khona abantu who want to have kids and they cannot have kids. They want to use a surrogate. And surrogate is going to be who? Ayanda, who is singing and available to just assist them. But she will be thrown out of the church because how dare, who do you think you is? So yeah, we are very judgmental.
Hish, have you found your purpose?
Sometimes I think so. Sometimes I feel like God is using what I'm doing to push me to my purpose. I don't know if that makes sense, right? So I feel like I've grown up in the church, and there's certain things that I saw at church, and that's how I started the Whole Woman, because I was like, we need to be talking about other things that we can't talk about at church. So the Whole Woman, and it was just supposed to be one event, but wow. I feel like it became a burden where I was getting so many invites to women's ministries, and I feel like God has always been using me with events, because before Whole Woman, I was putting together mothers and daughters events with the church that I used to go to. You know, so it's always been about women for me. There's always been that passion. So now the Whole Woman happens. The Whole Woman happens, and it's been absolutely amazing. I'm doing this for year number 5 now, and it's been great. And I do feel like it's pushing me to get out of myself, you know, to think about things differently and to see myself differently. Is it a ministry? Definitely. It's my ministry, because I feel like it's a burden and it's something that God has placed there. And there are times when I'm like, there has to be more to it. There has to be more to it. So I do feel like God is using it as an instrument to push me to something bigger and greater. I feel like, yeah, I'm on my way.
And if there's one thing you could change about yourself, what would it be?
Whoa, if I could change something, I would have spoken to myself when I was younger and said, baby girl, Be yourself. Everybody will adjust, man. Just do it earlier, sooner. I think I would have been far in life had someone told me that it's okay to be yourself. Like, you are enough. Do what you have been called to do. And I feel like, yeah, that's probably what I would change. I'd go back to the past so I can change now.
What do you know for sure?
Sure, I know for sure that there is so much greatness on the inside of me. Sure, I know that. I know that. Ngazi ngilele, ngivuka, ngidla, I know ukuthi there's something so much bigger, and I think um, the Bible says that it's it is that God puts a treasure, and it is the honor of kings to search it out. I feel like I know for sure that there's so much treasure on the inside of me, and it's just an honor to search it out. That's what I know for sure. Greatness. Kat.
Wow. And how would you like to be remembered?
Honey, I want you to remember that Aya was authentic. She loved people. I want you to say when it is my funeral, Aya was influential. Oh my goodness. She did what God said she must do. She was influential. She impacted nations. And I want you to say Aya was that girl who loved excellence. Because if it's not excellent, it wasn't me. I didn't do it. Saws that do not attach me to anything that is mediocre. Don't do it. People will tell you you're lying.
And speaking of doing things, what's that one thing you can't die without having done?
Woo, can't die, girl, without having done one thing. I don't know. I actually
If they said
don't
you're
know.
dying tomorrow, if they said you are dying tomorrow, you have one thing, whatever it is, that you can do. There's no constraints, no money constraints. There's absolutely no constraints.
Hey,
What's
girl.
that one thing?
I don't think I have that. Hey, I honestly don't think I can think of anything, because as I said, I love the possibility of being better. So I believe that every day I push myself to do my best for that day. So I don't have things where I go, ooh, mangafaka kusasa nangiyenzanga le. Hey, no, can never, can never. Yeah.
So, okay, we'll leave that one with a dot, dot, dot. Dot,
Okay.
dot, dot. We still want the answer sometime.
Ayikho man. But okay.
I'm just gonna ask you 5 questions quickly. If you can answer them as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Money or traveling the world?
Njani manje. Traveling the world. But you need money, but okay, traveling the world. Because I'm assuming you have money to travel the world. Okay.
Weave, braids, or duke?
Let's duke it for today because I'm wearing a duke. Duke.
Favorite color lipstick?
Hey, I'm not a lipstick person, get babes. Nude.
Nude. Favorite ice cream flavor?
Strawberry.
Favorite Bible verse?
Genesis 14:13. As far as your eyes can see.
Speaking of favorite Bible verses, I was meditating on this Bible verse from the morning, right? Galatians 6 verse 9, which says, do not grow weary of doing what is good, or do not become fatigued of doing what is good, because when the time is right, in due season, you will reap what you sow.
You will reap.
And then I was doing shopping after work at Clicks, you know. And when I get to the till, after paying, the lady next to me, she's buying a whole lot of stuff. She's buying a whole lot of stuff. And then obviously I get it, they want her Clicks card. She doesn't have it. She comes up to me. She's like, hi, do you just want to swipe your card there for some points? And I'm like, oh, wow, okay. And I gave them the card. They swiped it. And, you know, that seemed small. But for me, it was like just an emphasis of that verse to say that if you continue doing what is right, doing what is good, if your heart is in the right place at all times, that's the energy that you're giving out, and good will always come back to you. So it was like, it was a confirmation of that verse. And I just want to say to even the people who are watching that no matter how difficult things around you seem and you just want to do the wrong thing, like, I know it's enough, I'm tired, I appreciate it, you know, what am I getting out of doing what is good? Don't ever stop, because when the time is right, in due season, you will definitely
You will
reap what you sow. Miss Ayanda Hlubi, thank you so much for joining us this evening. It's been a pleasure. It's been an honor. You are absolutely great. You're amazing. You're inspirational.
Thank you.
Just quickly tell us what to expect at your upcoming show. It's the 10th of October, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, 10th of October is our 5th annual The Whole Woman, and we're going to do things differently this year. We're doing it virtually online, and it's free on my Facebook page. My Facebook page is Miss Ayanda Hlubi. We have Brenda Mdambo as our artist. Yes, a beast with beast vocals. Brenda Mdambo, we have Mantsha, Pheeha, we have Carol Bauer, and then we have our keynote speaker who I'm revealing tomorrow. And it's going to be amazing. Please join us.
Wow, wow. Thank you. It's been an absolute pleasure, and we'll definitely be tuned in. You're amazing. You're great. Before we go, my darling, I want you to just look into that camera. I get we're speaking prophetically. Camera number one, and tell the viewers that be great, for if not you, then who?
Be great, because if not you, then who?
Then who? Yay! Thank you so much, guys,
Thank you for having
tuning
me,
in.
my
You've
darling.
been tuned into. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
This has been Be Great with Ayanda Hlubi. Join us next week when we have an amazing conversation with an amazing guest. My name is Melo Mthethwa. Signing out. God bless you. Bye, darling. Goodbye.
Bye.